The biggest challenge for home buyers, I think, in today's market is having set aside the necessary monies to be able to purchase a home. My name is Jeremy Ellis. I'm a senior loan officer for Zillow Home Loans. BuyAbility is a real-time affordability estimate tailored to you specifically. It's a product that Zillow created to aid clients in understanding what they can afford in a market where interest rates are often changing. We're in a bit of a volatile market right now, so with rates kind of going up and down, the ability for them to reference what their credit score is, what their income is, and then more specifically what they would qualify for on a rate allows them to really get a clear picture as to what their financial picture would look like on buying a home. Also, then it helps them to know, should I be focusing on a particular price range for a home? Have I been too high? Could I afford more and actually I can raise up what I'm looking to be able to afford? Getting a clear picture is huge. BuyAbility is going to evolve, so to speak, with the situation that you're in. If your credit is changing, it allows you to adjust for that. If your assets have improved, now that suddenly impacts the ability of what you can possibly afford. Zillow is always attempting to find a way to make your process of trying to buy a home that much easier. So when you enter in the information into your BuyAbility tool, that tool is actually going to kind of keep that in the background. And as you search for homes, it's going to add a badge next to the home that you actually qualify for based on what you entered into BuyAbility. If you're a new homeowner, you can expect that you're going to have a down payment anywhere from 3 to 3.5%. If you're coming back and buying a home again, depending on your credit, we're going to try to provide you with a product that aligns well with where your credit score is. So if your credit score is high, then we'll probably look to go the conventional route, which is going to have a minimum down payment requirement of 5%. If your scores may be a bit average, FHA is probably going to be the path that we want to go down. The reason being is FHA is actually a product that caters to clients that may not have the highest credit, while still giving them the best opportunity at low payments and lower interest rates. Reference some of the tools that we have in the links below that are going to give you an idea as what you can do to improve your credit, improve the amount of savings that you have. Also think about having a conversation with a loan officer so that they can try to coach you down a path of getting you to a point where you're comfortable as quickly as possible. Pre-approval is really the stage of you getting a letter in hand that says, I'm ready to submit a bid on a home. Someone has evaluated my income, they've evaluated my assets, and they've evaluated my credit, and they said I'm approved or pre-approved up to this amount. So that's kind of the final stage in the process of getting you the ability to submit a bid on a home and hopefully find something that fits into all the parameters that we were talking about earlier. The payment makes sense, the assets that are required for you to have the down payment and closing costs make sense, kind of that all-encompassing approach towards home ownership. One of the things that clients are often concerned about is, I'm not ready to have my credit pulled for you to evaluate what I have available to me. Well, Zillow has actually expanded the ability to now be able to do pre-approvals off of a soft credit score. So we'll be able to evaluate the things that are necessary for us to be able to put a pre-approval letter in your hand without ever impacting your credit. Words of advice for buyers, I would say, do not allow your fear to inhibit you from being able to make a phone call and just have a conversation. There is no obligation in any way, shape, or form for you to have to take next steps. But at least you can have the conversation with a loan officer to understand what's available to you. You can enter in the information into the BuyAbility tool to get an idea of what that situation looks like right now. I would much prefer to be putting my assets or my payments towards something that's going to build me equity versus potentially renting from someone where I would end up having no return when I go to leave that property.